Okay, so ever have that feeling, you're about to maybe speak up in a meeting or apply for that job or even learn something totally new.
And then this little voice just pops up inside you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nope, don't do it, not you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
Self-doubt. That very, very human thing.
We're going to look at what it actually is, maybe where it comes from.
And crucially, how to handle it so it doesn't, run your life. Because honestly, having self-doubt doesn't mean there's something wrong with you.
Well,
It's normal.
it's like this internal pause, isn't it? A hesitation before you jump in.
And it often feels quite reasonable, almost logical, like it's trying to protect you.
Oh, definitely. It says things like, don't say that, you'll just sound silly. Or,
Don't even bother applying. You're not qualified enough.
yeah,
Or maybe, why try? You're just going to fail anyway.
right. And if we listen to that voice too often, well, the risk is we end up playing small, don't we?
Absolutely. You hold back. So let's dig into where this stuff actually starts. What are the roots?
Well, our sources suggest it's often a mix, right? Like, past stuff definitely plays a part.
Like maybe you answered a question in class once, way back, and kids laughed. Or a project didn't work out.
Yeah, those things can leave a mark. Your brain kind of learns, ooh, that was bad. Avoid that.
Exactly. And then there are those critical voices we sort of absorb,
Mm.
maybe from parents or teachers or just the general culture.
Internalized criticism, yeah. And we can't ignore the whole social media thing either, can we?
Oh, definitely not. You're scrolling through everyone else's curated highlight reel.
And comparing it to your own, like, behind-the-scenes bloopers, it makes feeling inadequate almost inevitable sometimes.
It really does. So, okay, knowing where it comes from is one thing, but how do we actually start managing it? What's the first step?
One really interesting tool is just naming it, naming that voice.
Oh, I like that. So instead of feeling I'm not good enough
Yeah.
as like a fact.
You recognize it, you think, there's my inner critic again, or give it a funny name like Negative Nancy or something.
Yeah, worried William. It creates a bit of separation, doesn't it? It stops being you and starts being just a thought pattern.
Exactly. It takes away some of its power. So hang on. This doubt, it feels awful, but you're saying it's actually trying to help.
Well, in its own misguided way, yes. Think of it like an overprotective friend, maybe.
Okay.
It's trying desperately to shield you from potential negatives, rejection, failure, looking silly. The problem is, it defines risk way too broadly.
So it advises staying inside your comfort zone. Always.
Pretty much. But, all the good stuff, the growth, the learning,
Yeah.
that usually happens just outside that zone.
Right. So we don't just blindly obey this friend.
No. The idea is to acknowledge it. You can almost say, okay, thanks for your concern to that feeling.
Yeah, okay. Like mentally nodding at it.
Yeah. And then you consciously choose to do the thing anyway, knowing that fear is often part of the process.
Okay, got it. What else? There was something about tracking successes.
Yes. Keep a win list. Seriously, write down things you achieve, even small things.
Like speaking up in that meeting, even if your voice shook a bit.
Totally. Or trying that new thing you were nervous about.
Yeah.
Anything.
Mm.
Our brains are kind of wired to remember the fails more than the wins.
The negativity bias, yeah.
So you need to consciously build up the evidence that, hey, you can do things. You do make progress.
It's like building your own confidence file.
Right.
Makes sense. And what about how we actually talk to ourselves?
Oh, that's huge. Self-talk. Ask yourself, if a friend came to you feeling this way, what would you say?
You'd be supportive, right? Encouraging.
Exactly. But we're often so much harsher on ourselves. So try catching that negative self-talk. Instead of I can't do this, maybe shift it to,
Okay, this feels hard, but I'm figuring it out. Or I'm learning how to do this.
Precisely. Small shifts in language can make a big difference to your overall feeling.
And there was one more technique, a specific question to ask.
Yeah, face the fear head on by asking, okay, honestly, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen here? And then ask, and could I handle it? Usually when you really break it down.
The worst case isn't world ending.
Right. And you've probably handled tough stuff before. The answer is often, yeah, actually, I probably could cope. Puts the fear in perspective.
You know what this reminds me? We actually got a message from a listener.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dreaming of being cabin crew, but really held back by doubts. Worried their English isn't good enough. Scared of failing the training.
Ah, that's such a common scenario. And what I'd say to them and anyone else feeling that way is, first, your dream is valid. It's important. And second, that self-doubt. Sometimes feeling that doubt is actually a sign you're pushing yourself, that you're reaching for something brave and worthwhile.
So the goal isn't necessarily to like completely silence the doubt forever.
Probably not realistic, no.
Yeah.
It's more about not letting it drive the car.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah, think of self-doubt as a passenger. It might be loud, it might offer unhelpful directions from the back seat, but you are the one steering. You decide where you're going.
So acknowledge the passenger.
hmm Notice it.
Yep.
Maybe even give it that mental nod, okay, heard you. And then keep your hands on the wheel and move forward anyway.
Because you have the ability to grow, to learn.
Absolutely. Self-doubt might be part of the journey, but it doesn't have to be the final destination. Not at all.
That's a really powerful way to frame it. Thanks, this has been a great deep dive.
My pleasure.
And if this conversation struck a chord with you, maybe share it with someone else who could use a bit of encouragement right now.
Yeah, definitely. And just remember, that little nudge of self-doubt, sometimes,
Yeah.
it just means you're on the verge of doing something pretty amazing.